Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sokari. Today I'm going to be doing how I do my hair with my curl pattern. So today the products you're going to need are the Shea Moisture Coconut Hibiscus Frizz-Free Curl Mousse. So I like that because it has coconut oil, silk protein, and some oil in it. So that's that. Then you're also gonna need Curls Berry Bliss, and this is a curl control jelly. So I like that, and it's like really good. So like the first time I tried it, I was kind of like, I'm not sure, but I actually really like it. And that's just gonna help defrizz and define and hold your curl pattern. And you're also gonna need your moisturizer. You don't have to use, your conditioner. You don't have to use this one. But I always use that Aussie conditioner, and that one's the moist one. And this is just going to help with your curls. And so the last one, you don't have to use this if you don't want to, but this is the Shea Moisture Hold and Shine Moisture Mousse. So I kind of use this to kind of like refresh my curls on day 2. And I also had the Moroccan oil. So that was also, these two are optional. You're also gonna need a water bottle if your hair like dries up super fast like me. I just got a water bottle from like your beauty supply store. And then also your Denman brush. So that's gonna help with your curls. And then you're also gonna need some clips because we're gonna do everything in sections. So hope this video helps. If you have any questions, don't forget to comment below or message me, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So let's just get started. Okay, so I'm just going to part my hair into 4 sections. So the first one goes straight back. So I'm just going to take this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to pin this up. And then I'm going to go back on this side. So you can kind of already see, like, my hair is still pretty damp. And it's easier if you have a towel on, trust me. Okay, so I'm just going to bring these 2 parts up to the front. Now I'm going to go back in and wet this. Now some people, they'll do one side at a time. So I just kind of go through both of them. So right now I'm just going to use my conditioner, and I'm going to work it all the way in. So start at your roots to tip and make sure you get a lot, because you want to make sure it hits every curl pattern, and make sure you kind of grab the back as well. So you're going to see some shedding, but that's normal. And then I always just kind of like finger comb everything and then use my Denman brush. So I love having this towel. That's very helpful. So to clean my hands off after each thing I touch. So I'm just going to take my Denman brush, and I'm just going to kind of start at the bottom. And it's okay if it's white, because it won't dry like that. It just helps me kind of identify if I get it all the way through my hair. And this is going to help your curl pattern as well. So if you have tangles or anything, just start at the bottom and then work your way up. And this is the Denman brush that I was talking in one of my previous videos. This is the Denman brush that I was talking about in one of my previous videos. So you can see that it's white. So, that's fine. That's just making sure that I get, everything in there, all the product. And I'm just starting at the bottom and working my way up. Now you can either let this air dry, or you can use your diffuser. And this is just what works for me. So I'm just combing it through. And you can see why you need kind of like a towel, just because it does get kind of like messy. So that's the first step. Now I'm going to go in with the mousse. And I'm just gonna pump it in there. And just work that through the roots first. And then slowly kind of go to the ends. So I do like 3 to 4 pumps. If you have thinner hair, then you could probably get by with like 2 to 3 instead of 3 to 4. But you just want to make sure it's worked through, and then you want to make sure you get that back part. Just because a lot of people tend to forget that. Just because they do what they see. So let me get the back. Okay, so here's the next step. After you get that, then I'm gonna let's start on this side. I'm gonna come back here and clean my hands off. I'm gonna take that curling jelly and I'm gonna start on the end. So I just have like that much.
Quarter size. Say it.
So I'm gonna take like a quarter size amount. And just kind of work it up. You don't have to have a lot because it does kind of make it hard a little bit, but it does define your curls. So I'm just taking a dime size amount and just starting at the roots now on that. So yes, my hair is still wet and white, and that's okay. So I'm going to take this curl pattern right here to that strand, and I'm going to curl it with my finger and just kind of twist it like that, making sure it's twisted all the way down. So it doesn't have to be perfect. And then it's just gonna set it. So you want it to kind of look like that. The smaller sections that you do, the better your curls will come out. And so I'm just taking it and twisting it. Now you can also do like a 2-strand twist or a 3-strand, but it doesn't have to be super perfect. It's just kind of helping define your curls. I'm just making sure, because then you can like go back in. So this part right here that's not like this at the bottom, that's gonna be okay. You don't really have to worry about that, because I mean that's just gonna be your bottom layer anyway. And I don't want it to be too defined. I kind of want it to be a little messy, because I do have like a frizz pattern at my roots, and then at the bottom is where it, you know, kind of defines that curl. So I'm just twisting, and I'm not going to show you my whole head while I'm doing this. So I'm just going to show you a little bit more, and then when I get to the top, then I'll show you that top part, because that can be a little bit trickier, or you want that one to be a little bit more neater. Neater, is that right? You kind of want that to be neat. So yeah. So I'm just dividing it off in sections and twist it. Okay, so when you do this, be sure to, you know, wear a shirt that you don't mind messing up or you don't care about, just because it will get kind of messy, you know, by you doing the conditioner, the gel, and all of that. So I'm just twisting it. Same exact thing. And I'm going to, sorry. And I'm taking the strand and going like towards. So I'm just taking it and going towards. So I'll try to slow that down for you, but I'm just twisting it. Some people will start like at the root and twist it that way, but with me, I just, you know, I'm in a hurry usually, so I just usually just twist it, and then you can kind of like go like this and scrunch it, and it's just gonna help that spiral. So I can go back in and I can pull these like afterwards, but you want to kind of do it towards your face. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing that I was just doing at the bottom, and I've already done the bottom, so it looks like that. And you can do this well, actually you can do like 3 different ways, but it's just according to your personal preference. So I kind of just part it right through here and just do it down for that first day. But then day 2, since it's already parted, I'll part my hair on this side and bring those curls over so it'll be even bigger on day 2. Because now my curls are falling a different pattern than they're actually like trained. So, but today I'll just go straight back and then just part them going down. So I'm going to take my water bottle again. I'm just going to wet it. And then I'm going to start off with that conditioner. I'm going to do 2 pumps. Start at the bottom, work your way up. Make sure you get the back. And then your front. I think the main thing that I've learned with styling curly hair, you can't be stingy with the product because it really just has to work through every strand of hair. I think that's what kind of causes the frizz. They put your like kind of shortcut and everything and not really making sure like everything's evenly distributed evenly distributed through. So you want to make sure everything's evenly distributed through, and I think that will help with your curl pattern. So like if you didn't want to take, you know, time doing it, you will see a little bit of frizz here and there, but I mean it works for me. I don't care if I see a little bit of frizz. Now up here, if you want, you can do the 2-strand twist to make it easier and to make it look a little bit neater. But it's a personal preference. Like, do what works for you. The smaller you do in the front, the better it's gonna look. Just because that, like, you know, the smaller you do it, the better it's gonna look, just because that frames your face. The smaller you do it, the better it's gonna look, just because that's what frames your face. And your part doesn't have to be perfect. It just helps it look a little bit more natural. So that's pretty much it. And then I'm going to do the other side. But you can just take it and scrunch it up still. And I'll just help define everything, like with your ends. So I'm just going to scrunch that up just a little bit more because it's not really as defined as it is like with the back. I'm just going to scrunch that. And then your last section, you're going to do the same thing.
Thirsty? Tell the fans what you told me.
What?
Oh, you don't know?
What?
We didn't talk about it 5 seconds ago?
Oh, about the white stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. So if you don't have time, like, you have to make time.
Basically, all the white stuff and gel you see in your hair,
You're
It's
gonna have
not
to
going
walk
anywhere.
out. You're gonna have to walk out like that. But I mean, I'm setting this at like night, so when I wake up, it'll still be fine. Like, or you can take a diffuser, and you take a diffuser and just kind of dry it. But the best way to like define it and have good looking curls,
Get someone else to do it.
no, it's letting it air dry. So
Stick your head out the car window.
no, so you can like if you let it air dry, it'll be fine. But it's just gonna help with reduce that, you know, with frizz, cause it's air drying. So the longer you can let it air dry, the better it'll be. I would say like 2 hours, and then you can go back in.
So basically, waste your day.
No, I mean, just wake up a little bit earlier.
So you hear that, kids? You go to school. Got to be there at 7:15. Wake up around 4 or 5 o'clock. And don't lay down or you mess it up.
Okay, so this is basically the finished look, and as you can see, like this is already semi like damp, and it's drying and it's really defining. And just like at the beginning how we started doing these, even though it's defining more, it's gonna look like this at first. So just take that and then just scrunch that up, and then you can kind of actually like just flip your head over and then scrunch all of it. You can flip your hair over and then just scrunch it up like this. I'm just gonna scrunch everything. And so you can kind of tell like this all through here, because we put a lot of product on it. That's what's gonna be defined. This like with your roots, if you want to do like the two strand twist to tighten this part right here, which I'm just kind of like, I want the easiest thing possible. So if you do the two strand twist, so if you do the 2-strand twist right up through here, that'll help tame this a little bit better. But I'm fine with it looking like, you know, this, and you can go back in. So you just want this to air dry, or you can take your diffuser if you don't have a lot of time. With air dry, I would say like 2 hours. And once it's dry, you can go back in and then pull the curls out. So like with this one, you can take this and then we'll start up here and just pull them and separate them. And that's just what's gonna make your hair like bigger with volume, with defined curls. So you can do that with each individual curl, or as you see that you know needs it. So I'm gonna let this dry. You can also slick back your edges if needed. And I hope this video helped on how to define your curls. If you have any questions or concerns, please comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.